Yes, hello, hello. I'm just chewing on something, so that's why I was on mute. Still chewing on something, but a little bit less. Yes, Disco Elysium. I'm a little bit late. As you can see, I'm not late in that sense, but I was trying to look up a bug in Cooking Simulator that I just tested. Seems fun, but I immediately ran into a bug, so yay. Where I couldn't activate the display in the tutorial when I was supposed to take an order, so yeah. We'll see how it behaves next time. It looks fun, otherwise. Right up my alley, so to say. So it might show up at some point if it behaves a little bit better. So, if I remember it correctly, I now have somewhere to stay. Also have a bunch of... I wonder if I probably already dumped the tear. Let's see, I carry the plastic bags. So we might as well go and have a look, see. To get rid of it, but I think I've done that in the end of the last stream.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
I managed to find a couple of new,
with a
apparently.
satisfying.
There we go. Now, let's see if I remember all these controls here. Well, at least I pressed the correct button to begin with, but then I went a little bit too far there. Oh, that's true, I have those fair weather. I was just wondering what kind of gloves do I have, because they looked a bit weird. Interesting, interesting. And yeah, we might as... Sorry, wrong button. We might as well check the journal then. I did manage to find my ID last time. We got over the water dock. Lock is probably more correct. Yeah, we can try running the number on the victim's armor again, but maybe now she has the answer. We can also try talking to what's her name, now that I have a badge, not that she cared perhaps that much.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Still no word, okay. Yeah, I got some kind of ID just a minute ago, and unfortunately well, there we have it.
You should return to the boardwalk once the body has been taken away. There's something you need to see. It's waiting for you there. You can just stop by whenever you're close. It should be quick enough.
Yeah, I know they don't mean here, but I was a bit curious about this place as well. Kuno is still here. The lady's still up there smoking. I mean, I suppose this is the boardwalk.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Something down there. Must smell of potato cellar. I mean, who was he even talking about? Was he talking about those guys? I mean, I've been to the cellar, haven't I? I'll talk with these guys again then.
Officer! God damn it. Pull yourself together, René. What do you want?
I understand Jean-Marie meant
There's
a lot to you.
nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Revival Fair 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched in the place of honor.
You looked happy.
This was the happiest day of my life.
What happened with you, Gaston and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch.
The Ikeda operation was a 7-year campaign during which suzerain Guillaume's army forcefully united the people in the southeastern part of La Petite Continent, collectively known as the Ikeda tribes under the Revacholian banner.
Forcefully united.
I won
the
her
people.
back, but while I was dealing with some...
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her. Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
What does Gaston have to say then?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia on this fine day?
Let's talk some
Sweet,
more about
sweet Jenny.
Jean-Marie.
Ask away,
perhaps
officer.
not.
I knew her. Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Can you have a bit of your sandwich?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder, well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one.
Am
you
I on
notice a
mute?
rim of
No,
a
I
tomato
don't think so.
peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Let me see. No, I should be audible. As far as I can tell. Which you can't hear them, probably. Oh, hey, Daily Diamond. Get him to share his sandwich. Yeah, perhaps. I mean, we'll see. Don't be a dick.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things. Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his deer sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
So yeah, we'll see at some point perhaps. But I was gonna go and talk to whatever her name is. I keep forgetting since I only play this once or twice a week. And I did not play yesterday, which I normally do, but we'll see. What's her name now? I wanted to say Laura, but no, she's something
You're
else.
Good.
Joyce. That's
What can I help you with?
Yeah, I wanted to show her your badge. I found my badge.
By love, you did.
She is memorizing your badge number.
Oh no.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
No.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Probably not much.
I fear I've told you all I know.
Yeah, I was afraid
Is
of
there
that.
anything else I can help you with?
Yep, that's all for now. We should go over the waterlocks to see if we find something interesting there. We haven't explored it enough, if we put it that way. I just went back for some reason that I don't remember. Oh yeah, probably gathering some cash for all the bottles. That's probably why we went back. Edge. Why are you running Edge? Living on the edge. So, let's see. This was locked in a way, some way. Or blocked, we can call it as well. I guess. God damn it, still not used to the controls here. Now, we did run into those drunks last time. Also, we've been around here. We got the little house to live in, or shack. Sometimes the environment confuses me a little bit here. Oh, did I have to? Yeah, okay. I had to go the other way. It's hard to remember where you can walk and where you can't walk. Have I been here? Yes, I guess I have. Maybe not, because I obviously missed that one at least. A bow knot. Huh. What does that give me? And what do I put? Oh, I put it instead of my tie. Yeah, which I could consider Inland Empire, yeah. Empire. Vivid Imagination. Well, that one is... Wait. Drama. +2 to drama. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'll go with that instead. Question is, should I have any other shirt on? Well, not that one at least. Yeah, we'll take that one. We're currently not in the need of suggestion that much. I think, I hope. Come on. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm used to navigating normally. There we go. just go out through the door, but no, you have to select the door. So, wasn't this where the... No, they are over there, yes, precisely. Could I get there in some simple way, or do I have to go all the way around? I have to go all the way around. Oh, we'll do that then. Oh. Oh, boardwalk. Now I realize which boardwalk they were talking about. They mentioned you should go back to the boardwalk. There is something there for you to see. Now it's this boardwalk they were talking about, of course. I forgot about the corpse that we found last time. Which way was it? This way. Or... Yeah, here we are. Here we are. So yes, perhaps we should go back. This was the wrong way. Ah, crap. Yeah. I wish I remembered.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
This was to deal with...
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on. Hypertext. Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes. So
Yeah.
Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall. Yes, hypertext, young carp, and the collection of cultural hyperlinks. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting
Need to turn
landmark
that one off.
in Revachol West.
Ah, my eye is still acting up sometimes.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Vox. What's so fascinating about
Aha,
an empty old
But
building?
it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer? Yeah, I have one of those.
An elegant
to
folding
say.
mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
So, what
Indeed.
happened?
What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Huh. You're saying Feld Electric built
Yes,
this
they even built a
boardwalk?
pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Because it certainly needs a bit of maintenance.
Pleasure wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
So, how did those tape computers work?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. Precisely.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy
Dumpty
discussions
Dum.
with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
Yes, he did.
What
It
the
is.
hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Yeah, let's ask him about
The
that.
Wompty Dumpty
I'll
Dum
try
Center
to
for Contemporary Art.
get my eye sorted
The
out.
exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very
yeah,
cool.
we'll go with that.
Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Feld playback
Yes,
experiment.
the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld Playback Experience, but those are incorrect. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
So, yeah, we already have the answer to what did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers, essentially, since we just heard that they
used
them up.
them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The
Oh,
most
no, that's
notorious
the
example being
revolutionaries. Yeah,
Le
I'm
Decret de
mixing them up.
Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lint. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
Okay.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Worms.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver
library
on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Maybe they have it at the bookstore then. I try to remember. I think I might have seen something like that.
But of course. What else?
No,
Well, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Yes.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking.
Yep.
Whatever.
He did. Yeah, this is not where I was going, or maybe it is. Maybe not. Oh. Okay. Fence blocks the path. Yeah, precisely. No, this was not where I was going. Trying to remember where we found that dead guy. Well, not here, obviously. So maybe it was over here then. Oh yeah, we haven't been in there. We should do that later. In other words, now. Ish. Oh, crap. What are we finding here? Well, I'm not talking about that barrel, but this place. Rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Yeah, we should investigate that as well. Now I'm getting I wouldn't say confused, but yeah, I don't remember exactly where we found that dead guy earlier. Not this far away, I know that, but since we are here. I mean, we might find those cryptozoologists a long time ago, okay. That doesn't help us much then. And is this the radio relay tower then? Too rusty to climb, Sears eaten away at it, okay. Well, don't do that then. Oh, a blue tie. Scented scarf. Scented scarf. Wrong button. There we go. I mean, the neck bow, whatever it was called, gave us 2 drama. This one gives +1 shivers and -2 physical instrument. Well, no, not that one then. Not right now at least. Oops. Timotori seems important somehow. Yeah, it was the cigarettes. Cigarette brand. Is it the brand I used to smoke? Or who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Well, we have a couple buildings here to investigate, but annoyingly enough... Oh, hello. annoyingly enough, I still haven't found my way back to that boardwalk. There is a map. I'm not sure how much that one will help me. We can have a look, since I anyhow want to have a look at that shirt we found. +1 rhetoric, -1 empathy. What? White polo shirt. What's polo anyway? +1 for rhetoric and no, really, what the hell is polo? We'll go. Oh yeah, wait, sorry. I was confusing it with the tie. That's not what we are. +1 to conceptualization, -1 to suggestion, and this one had +1 to rhetoric and -1 to empathy. I need all the empathy I can get, I guess, so I'll go with that for the moment. We'll get back to here. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I found that guy earlier. I kind of feel like it must have been here, but I don't recognize the... Well, I mean, I recognize the place as in, yes, I have been here, but I don't recognize it as... Oh yeah, over here. Over here. Yeah, here we are.
The cold sea breeze stings your face as you step on the boardwalk. The body is gone, but something still lingers in the air, and high above it, against the grey, a luminous wheel of pleasure, and all things bright. Its wooden frame creaking in the wind. 12 red cabins form a circle that stretches from the engine below to the flocks of seagulls up in the sky.
What are you looking at?
Wheel of Pleasure and Light. That's a trophy. Hooray! Finds nothing but the horizon. Study the cabins, yeah.
The little wooden gondolas dangle in the wind, their seats empty and floors littered with old ice cream papers and discarded tickets. A seabird has made a nest in one of the cabins, but even this looks abandoned, a remnant from a spring some 50-odd years ago. The pleasure wheel stands still on the boardwalk, its 12 red cabins suspended in the air. There's a ticket office made out of an old gondola, its wooden frame the same shade of red as the ones above. A sign mounted on its side declares, 20 centimes for the ride of a lifetime. There are hustlers, addicts, rag and bone merchants, even entire families, if they're particularly destitute, who've turned these cabins into huts and homes in the poorest parts of Revachol.
Oh.
The pleasure wheel stands still on the
Keep
board.
an eye out for them then.
It's 12 red cabins suspended in the air.
It's the pleasure wheel, yeah, we'll whisper this to Kim.
The one that Mr. Hiddleston mentioned?
You don't see it.
See what?
The pleasure wheel, it used to take up the whole pier.
What is going on with you, detective?
Do you think he was having fun?
The man we found? Yes, I don't know. We didn't learn much about him, did we?
No, we didn't. We didn't do a field autopsy,
But all
for
of us
example,
are trying to make
or
it
anything
feel
else.
alright. Even if just for a moment. I don't think he came here to die.
No, that's probably true. Sorry for my eye problems. They're getting better. Well,
It's
for
getting
the
cold
moment.
just standing here. I wouldn't mind if we moved around again. Maybe even had a little run.
The pleasure wheel stands still on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Some waves come
We'll leave.
crashing against the boardwalk, shattering the mirage.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Did I miss this last time?
You see traces of
Apparently.
mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. the sea air brings some relief. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Oh, well,
2 empty
swell.
bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
Oh. Well, don't get stuck in something. It's a long way down to your death from here. 20 meters at last. Yeah, don't get stuck. Don't die. Quite simply. Well, oh, coins. Yep. I do have a free place to sleep, so perhaps we should start saving up coinage for, well, some actual use, so to say. Instead of paying 20.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look. I'll
The
touch
cloth,
it.
if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
It's probably been there for a while then.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
It might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
Could have been multiple seagulls, yes. It's two, what was it? Pigeons, was it? No. Can carry it on a string. It wasn't pigeons, I don't remember. Oh, goddammit, how can't I remember that? What?
A poet could write a dozen verses and still not begin to capture the profound vexation in that sigh. You should still take it.
Filthy jacket. Yeah, who knows when we need a filthy jacket. We might need to fit in somewhere filthy. Where did that filthy jacket go? It's not even, no, it's over here, yes. Interact. Filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It streaks with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is. Interact.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about it. Yeah.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what's the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night.
Yeah, well, they certainly didn't hang it up on the fence.
The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
So, what happened once someone put it on the
crust
railing?
is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun.
A day?
Who
That's
knows
nothing.
what happened to it then?
I'm just going to pretend I didn't think of any
It's
of this.
too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
Maybe if I wipe my hands on my pants. You flick your hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
I should have wiped them off on my pants instead. God damn it. I'm not sure what would have happened.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching
Why did I
sound.
fondle the shit? Yeah. Let's not think about this
It's
right now.
probably-
Sorry. We didn't need to do that. I just wanted to check. Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. I will see. Currently... Oh, I might have some skill points available, or... Where the hell did I see that? Yes, I do. Well, should I forget about something? It's hard to know. Because by forgetting about something, that also frees up a spot for thinking about something else, so to say. Oh, sorry. Wrong button. Oh yeah, of course I can't read the solution on these ones. Yeah, perhaps think about that one. But instead of what? Good question. The actual art degree, we could forget about that one perhaps. Or indirect modes of ultra-liberal dialogue options give +1 real. -1 empathy. I think he's a hustler or something. Precisely. I'm usually not, well, I am, but yeah, I haven't gone that much ultra-liberal in this game, although a little bit, because otherwise we wouldn't have ended up there, I suppose. So, we'll forget about that one. We'll be lost forever. Yeah, sure. And then we'll try to think about... Yeah, we'll try to think about this one. It will take its sweet time, that's for sure. And I will be a little bit less graceful in the meantime.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Yeah, who should I call? Haven't I tried this already?
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. Was it really random? Probably.
Still
sorry.
calling.
Continue.
This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is
He's
Pierre?
my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
No, I'm a police
To
officer.
hell with the police. To hell with you.
No, oh,
Her voice
thank you.
is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Yeah, well, let's leave right now at least. We'll see. We might have some actual phone numbers at some point. I think we already did. Oh, I thought we already did, but maybe not. Wait a minute now. We had... what time is it? 14:14. Yeah, we have this majestic
Heavy
building.
wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the stick.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Huh.
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
Have you seen this symbol before? Yeah.
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Padlock. I agree, it's very modern, but does the sheer guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What's the source of irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Well, it's certainly part of my skill set. Try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs. Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Inspect
The carving on
carpentry.
the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your
The
hand over
surface
a
is
beam.
smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Rattle the
Nothing
doors.
happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
I'm
going
not
to work.
surprised. No.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
This is where Mr. Prybar comes in
Maybe we
handy.
should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Should we start with that kick drum coming from the ice? I heard a sound before.
Yes, the pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there.
Okay then. We'll have a look at that. Somehow. Well, not this way, apparently. Look inside. Potent Pilsner. Yay. Caps. Caps. I will probably keep saying caps for way too long. Been playing too much Fallout in general. The drawbridge, can only be lowered from the other side. School of Fish, yes, precisely. Well, guess we can't get there. Was that where we were supposed to go? Or am I supposed to go around the church? Oh yeah, we could go that way. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Yeah, that looked... Oh. At least it's not cool now. Someone's trying to bring share to the world. Yeah, come on. There we go. Trash from some unending party. More trash. Pole screwed into dimes keeps the tent erect. Okay. Perfectly normal. More tribalistic markings.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Yeah, squeeze him.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Too old for this, yes.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosafed Ultra. Speaker, big kind. Use for live music. Distilled water.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so.
New skill
You
point.
get the sense
Yay.
that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy.
Yes, I will shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead.
And Egghead.
Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Exactly. I also interpret it that
You
way.
see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Well, the church.
Honest for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need, the place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about? He's talking about the church.
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
And
Oh,
sadly,
yeah. Hold your
because the
horses.
dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
So, should we take care of the dopeheads and burnouts?
This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. What
The
kind?
spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
Well, they seem pretty
People just wanna
serious.
spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Yeah. We'll look into that. That sounds
Alright,
right
man.
up my alley.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchange giddy looks.
So yeah, did you put the padlock on the door?
Yes. I asked Noy to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
So, I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies towards you, or let it fall to the ground and pick it up like a normal adult person. I will try the cool cop, of course.
You sense the trajectory of the
Yes.
little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man.
The speed
Played
freak
cool.
nods to you.
Precisely.
A respectful nod. You proved something here.
So, how long have those people been locked
Not
in
long.
there?
Like a week, maybe?
Like a week. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
And Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
Yeah, I
I
guess you
knew
do.
you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
Now, where was
He
I with
nods
that padlock?
attentively, ready to answer the question.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know.
Where
Let's do it.
exactly are these people?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police
Well,
involved.
There's also the machinery. When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Oh, are we talking about the cryptozoologists?
One of
Yeah,
them has
perhaps we
wires
are.
running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark. No, The other one.
The other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg. Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
So, this
You
machinery...
should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
So, about that thing.
Like you aren't alone, you know?
Ah, that thing.
Wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Like a crab?
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Ambush behavior, not crab man.
Crab man! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. A cell was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably
Sure.
is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
So, let's talk about something
Sure.
else.
What?
Who are the ecclesiasts?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the
Damn.
founding party.
That was
Thought
a
it'd be cool to use
difficult
it.
word. Ecclesiastes. Probably a slightly different emphasis, but...
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
now humor me, Andrea. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a dance club in one of the churches? Or they sound like exactly the kind of people who would want loud dance music in the church?
Totally.
Totally, yes.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Yeah, I mean,
Unity.
I don't necessarily see any...
Unity. Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Nod your head. Enjoy the beat, yeah.
Feels
precisely.
good.
Feels good, yeah. You guys love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can. He's coming around. You're getting it.
I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. I know the music is about love and so is the Pericarnassian Church. Yes, yes.
Yeah!
You do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your
I
body
wanted
to
to ask
start
you
moving.
about this tent full of equipment, yes.
Yes. What?
I hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yes.
Told you we have a smell problem.
Wait, I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
No. Like laundry
He
detergent?
sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
Yeah.
At least, not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressants. How do you know all this?
What's with all the nose of it?
The what now?
Point at the Battle of Nasal Spray in the corner. Nose of it Ultra, you have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. We,
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosefed is the shit.
Ah, good. Good. Now on to the next thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I have it.
What?
You see, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh,
Oh.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Ah,
He
right,
nods
enough of this.
enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
That's it for
As
now.
always,
But yeah, who was it I should talk to? Was it Noid or Egghead? Noid, I
So
think.
you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Well, describe it if you already know what I mean. Okay. Why describe it if you already know what I mean?
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
You shouldn't talk like that.
I don't mind a little foul
Cool.
language here and there.
The ban on foulness. That's the moralist plot to alienate us from our bodily functions so they can control us more fully. Anyhow, what was the sticker like?
Well, I will describe it then. It's a yellow circle on the human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is
Good,
dead.
good. What did you want to know?
Was I right? Is it the dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right, and I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical soul artist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
You come up with this stuff by
Not
yourself?
alone. Me many people are thinking the same thing right now. We all see the same smiling dead guy in a couple of X's in a circle and a curve. The beat is the same for all.
I think we
I
exhausted
guess
this
one
topic.
could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Oh yeah, tell me about the machines. That's what I was gonna ask him already.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
Supernatural, so you think it's real, that it
Most
actually
of
exists?
it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why are we called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment. I can see that. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
Sure. Maybe I'll come back later. Anything we need to
A young
talk with
man
Egghead
with
about?
peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape
Probably
player,
not.
nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Whirling in Rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yakokata, the place to be!
Why is this Yekokata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yakokata is a hardcore place!
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place. Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Maybe. You're gonna give me freaking puzzles now. Again. It's not like it's only doing that.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks, Hossie.
You must be Estelle.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing?
They did.
Will you help us?
I will help
Great.
you, alright.
Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat
So
on.
should you.
So should you. I do. Don't have to do anything. I am the law. You have to do what the law says. I should, and I do. Yeah, precisely. Point at your hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Yes, the others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe.
Okay, so that sounds much more reasonable already.
She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still. And
Go
then,
on.
you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Yeah.
Like a crab, you say?
Upside down, like a crab. Yeah, precisely. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
I mean, that sounds more like a spider, I would say.
She obviously could. She already went into detail.
You were wrong, I do believe you.
Why?
Why? Seems too ludicrous for a lie. What would you stand to gain? Yeah.
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
What's the device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
Records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Yeah.
Your mangled
I knew
brain
that.
would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah, any news on my wife's name? How about my mother? Precisely. In Mangalore, would like you to know there's a boxer called Contact Mike.
No.
No news on that, no.
You're welcome.
Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike? Where did you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Who is this Arno guy?
Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
I mean, I'm hip beyond my ears. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player in a completely trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
Never mind. Let's talk
Sure.
about the contact mic.
Okay.
Some other questions. Or do I? Nah, that's it for now.
Okay.
That's it for now. Let's actually get something done here. I mean, talking is certainly important, so...
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
There we go. Don't have to go around all the time. So, oh yeah, that's true. I have the key now. Let's see who we find in here. Since it was a woman, it's probably not...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. The lock turns easily.
Probably
You
not
hear
the
it click as the shackle pops
cryptozoologists.
open.
Let's go.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark inner in the heart of the city.
Yeah, sorry, I was moving a bit fast there. Ooh, well, this is impressive place. You should walk here, not run. grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Figure was added later, not part of the original church. That's probably true. Okay, I should walk, not run. We'll try. More of the forked lightning patterns you saw outside. Bark beetles? No. Looks intentional, some long forgotten style. Blackboard filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? Question mark. Bowl is filled with water, live wire runs directly into it. Ah, yeah, that's what they were talking about. Could these wires work as contact microphones? I mean, maybe.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Turn to Kim and ask what's happened.
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Yeah.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
Look up into the bell
The
tower.
orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Yeah, we'll try that perception check. There we go. Good enough.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
On the ceiling?
The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
Well, I guess we have to blink then.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
It's probably some circus.
Maybe it's
act.
possible to talk to it.
Well, it seems to be named Tiago.
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The crab man.
The crab, yes. Be
The
quiet for
man
now.
leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own
Maybe
view of
the ceiling
reality.
climbing is putting me off as well. Yes,
Hey,
yes.
and what was that about? The bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol
Oh,
use.
yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Wayne. I could smell the control all the way over here.
Okay, fine. Struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. Oh, almost pronounced it correctly.
The only thing we need to talk about is how the mother can really help you, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? 'Tis not an act,
Probably.
my liege. Saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
My drama bow tie kicked in. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machine around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
The Aita is Grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's V8?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
So wait, did you also carve all those sculpture? Point at the nearest pillar.
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right, Let's consider the context and meaning here.
I see what you've done there. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church, or perhaps with the mother herself. This seems a tad derivative. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies.
It's all
go with
just
the
for the
first one.
mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crabman and a wood
I was in
carver?
a gang way, but my memories of that time are faded. Most of them are already gone.
So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it. Sounds convenient.
Convenience has got nothing to do with what goes on up there.
Unbelievably boring. Fuck. That's a trophy.
There's a profound longing in that gaze, like he wants to be one with whatever is up there, shrouded in darkness.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harrier Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant Double Ifrit. Oh, I can shake his hand. My name is Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. See what happens.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
So, what are you doing
This
here?
is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
So, who is this mother of silence you keep talking about?
That's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
So, what will happen once you
I
drink
will
from
be
this
incinerated,
perforation?
but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you just didn't switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is kind of a drug.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it. Yeah. Well.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
Let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the
I'm
church.
a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
How did you even find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, way. It didn't belong to me.
So, more questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Huh.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Well, let's confront him with this statement. And some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
So, what do you think about the nightclub that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
Okay, well, I was fairly open to that. Okay then. So he is open to that, but maybe not the lady. Oh, a scarf. Mesk bangers, silk scarf. Figure depicting a deer. Cracked pane of glass. Spider, spun the web. Oops. Coins. And shoes. Mask bangers, red brogues. Brogues. I never remember how to pronounce that. Oh, come on. Can't I get down? Maybe not. Well, maybe not. Seems to need to go the other way around. Also, we should check if there is anything else nearby. Probably not. So, but, wait a minute. We have found some stuff. Tools? What did we find? We find a bear, yes. We found some clothes. Bangers don't cry, +1 pain threshold, +1 empathy. In someone else's shoes. Better perception at the moment. But yeah, maybe I could use some empathy. My perception is pretty good anyhow, I would say. We'll go with that for now. Moralist pants. What do we have here? Poor loam labor jeans. -1 to reaction speed. Yeah. Well, we'll go with the ones we have. Oh, sorry. There was something else as well. A couple of postcards. So nothing there. Probably something I used up. Nothing new here. Handwritten note from the fridge. Ah, yeah, giant ice bear fridge.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece.
Yeah, we already read that one. Never mind then. Portable Harman Waushi tape recorder. It is possible it's recording something. Yeah. Probably those water
A machine
things.
stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer.
Yeah.
And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks like just the one, just like the one in the Doomed commercial there.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Let me investigate.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Yeah, sure.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Sandbrun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Fortress accident, like the one in the Doomed commercial area. Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat the password.
Ah, crap.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
No.
Maybe he knows something.
Maybe he knows something. This is the police. Please open the thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received. I will register Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still.
Yeah, we'll look around. There's plenty of things to look at. Someone's siphoning electrical current up from the outside into this. Okay. And what do we have here then? 2 decks of real tape spinning on empty. But yeah, we should also ask Tiago. Maybe he knows something.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Ah, crap. Have you by any chance heard the Vietia say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Esse. You need it for something.
I do.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of password and passcodes, identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course. Yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay then,
I think
thanks.
we're done here, Ese.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our...
We'll see if it's relevant to our investigation. We don't know that before we have tried it.
The machine's keyboard is still... The speaker comes to...
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I think I might have the right password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife
Good.
death.
I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress Accident, like the one in the Doom commercial area.
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the Doom commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
No,
Goodbye,
thank you.
Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still... The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Let's read.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of
Second
February,
entry.
51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. 7th of February,
Read the third
51.
entry.
Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
So, I guess she was from the gaming company then.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all those people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business.
Exactly.
The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Sounds plausible.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed. and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
12th of February,
Fifth entry.
51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Yeah, 12th of February.
Keep reading.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Yeah,
28th
probably.
of February,
The
51.
silence.
Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basins.
The
behind
lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March
Continue
51.
reading.
Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
Yeah.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Continue reading.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Oh.
No. It was a great idea.
Yes,
You're
precisely.
learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Exactly.
March
exactly.
51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Oh.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Strange and strange.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Rebooting, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
You are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
Master circuit
I do
bender.
apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access coalition military data links.
There are no coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network.
Yes, I could. I'm a cybernetic code. I'm using your Ream prefect to command our coalition warship Archer. I will turn its cannon against its masters. You're right, I'm just a drunk cop. I don't know how to do anything interesting with radio computers.
No one asked you to do anything interesting with my radio computer. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Sure.
What is it?
Are you the lead programmer of Viral Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing
I
here?
am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer, it's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what?
What? Yes, precisely.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
What does she mean exactly?
What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Ooh, let me see if I get some interesting.
Easy. You measure
options
it by the world around it.
You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world. No, but we'll go... do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives, yes,
I know.
precisely. You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
So, the research isn't going well, why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space.
That's probably where the Crabman...
And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world
Great.
for now.
Thanks.
Have you seen the Crabman?
No.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
Yes. He's seen you.
And?
And the Crabman has seen you. Okay, it's probably not a big deal.
No,
then.
you're right. I'm not.
Why so many machines?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
So why do you need the antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIM prefect's processing unit.
RAIM prefect, that's your radio computer. And the antenna, it's processing unit?
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
No, I'm a master circuit, but I know everything. I know a little.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the AR1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
What are you doing with your
I'm
radio
working.
computer?
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Isn't your RAIM prefect radio computer made exclusive for government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
And you work for the government? Question mark.
No, I don't.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation and RAIM Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a RAIM prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, I guess it's not.
Actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see RAIM prefects in every police department, for example.
How did you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIM Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as RAIM Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. They are connected to my RAIM prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Try not to touch anything.
Great.
Next question. How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you even listened to it? Like actually listened? What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here, it just doesn't connect here. Not like disco does anyway.
Yeah, like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they? Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
So what do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo. A youth center would be nice. Maybe some community space to help the elderly. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Right, I leave your work in peace now. So, that was that took its sweet while. Let's see down here what we have.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from under flowing dress. You should kneel.
Yeah.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
Yeah, we can look up, sure.
The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same.
Your fingertips
I didn't
touch your
have much,
chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism? Well, because I am
Despite
good
the
at this.
damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever as it haunts all men.
What else do I know about
Many
her?
things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir Laclais. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel,
Damn,
a piercing gaze.
uh,
She was an almost preternaturally
encyclopedia knowledge.
magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow,
Wow,
I can say.
indeed.
Wow, indeed.
When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
New skill point, damn. Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Margritte were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Yeah, that sounds
Suggesting
very
those
humane.
who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Yeah,
What are you
sure.
thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to case. War criminal.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case. None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
Reconstruct the cracked glass. Yes, we'll do that.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Unknown, okay.
A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who is this older woman? Is that
The escutcheon on her throne says,
Yeah,
Irene the
precisely.
Navigator. She's depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, farriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
So, what does the motto say then?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Yeah, my French isn't excellent, to say the least. But la vie, that must be life, if I remember it correctly. And then mort is death. And après is appreciate, or something like that, well, isn't it? Something like that, if I remember it correctly. And la vie de nouveau, the new life then, in a way. So, and same, le monde is the world. Gris, I'm not sure.
After life, death.
Thank you.
After death,
Après,
life
after,
again.
yes. That's...
After the world,
thank you.
The pale. After the pale, the world
Yeah,
again.
Gris, I was gonna say
This is
grey,
the great leitmotif of humanism.
close.
A summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking.
Après
a tremendous sea
yes,
change
of course.
akin
It's
to
after
finding
ski.
life after death.
Afterlife, death, after...
Death, life again.
Yeah.
After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
So, what's the current
Justice,
RCM motto?
union, prudence, and force.
I like this. Puts the fear of God back into... yeah, whatever it's supposed to say there. Not very
Not
funny.
at all.
The
Not
mother
at
of
all.
humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go. We will play a little bit more, but maybe just go back and talk with these, I was gonna say bastards, but yeah, not really what I meant. I have gained more skill points. Indeed, I have. Solved the egghead puzzle. Yeah, no, sorry, this way. We are doing work on that one, 92%. Oh, damn, I've been playing a long time. Oh, yes, I have. Oh, and it's in-game time, isn't it, by the way? So, that's probably correct, because it was supposed to be 3.5 hours or something.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead
He's a
there?
quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
What's the master of
You know,
ceremonies?
a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
MC.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
Yeah, yes, precisely. How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to
Yeah,
him?
sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his centre, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Yeah, we'll leave for a moment and try to talk to Egghead again.
The young man with...
This is hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Hardcore.
Hardcore to the mega.
Hardcore to the mega. Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore! Alright! Yeah!
We'll try another. Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
Is it though? I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Okay, guess that wasn't it. I mean, we didn't solve that one. No, we didn't. It didn't feel like we solved it.
Heavyweight hardcore. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All core. All right. Yeah.
All core. Please tell me what exactly you're doing.
Gotta get the people going.
I see. Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Cutler, beyond a certain latitude known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of Eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
Well,
Hi again. So, and?
I checked
What
out the
happened?
church. Talk to the crab man. Yes, yes.
Oh man, who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he going to be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
He keeps himself physically active, thinks spirits are thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you will never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. Precisely.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just going to have to live with the crabman. Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Yeah, I was using the mainframe when soon the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feel the love. Get down and feel it.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
The love? Question mark. No, I'm really not feeling it at all.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She said she did not like the anodic dance club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all! A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished. And you could probably turn the music down to help her.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man.
Honor Man, yes.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Good point. I was coming to that. If you turn your music down, she will be done with her work faster, probably.
If that's okay with her,
We only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist, coexist.
Well, yeah, that might help with monitoring the.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like melodic dance music?
She absolutely does not, really truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries, we'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle around, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Yes, yes.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Fairweather
breakthrough.
T500.
Breakthrough imminent. Fairweather 500.
Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
That's good news. Ooh, +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT 500 armor. Wow. That's good. I hope we don't run into too many of those quite yet. Sorry. There we are. No, we still haven't solved the egghead puzzle, that's for sure. Yeah, convince. We'll see if we will be able to convince her. It might be a bit hard. We can also talk with you a little bit.
Hello again.
I like
my associates.
More of the associates.
I haven't got much to say about them.
You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
A silver bird feels strangely familiar. Was it an expression? And if yes, then for what? Then your mind slips, and the thought.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
What are you doing out here in the cold? And what are you recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Suspicious. And what are these recordings for? The cracks? The footsteps?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Take this, your call.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy. You said it's supposed to be a music place. Did you mean the one Andres got planned, the church?
Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff
Didn't
like
you see
what?
it yourself? It's mostly music stuff, like this tape recorder, but bigger.
You mean like those headphones you both
Yep,
sold?
they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel impervious to the elements, but doesn't actually make you any less cold.
Why can you take
I've got
it?
my recordings to do. I feel better outside.
I don't think I want to give her my hat, but I don't remember how good my hat is.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
Okay, give her my hat.
Thanks.
Dick Mullen's hat. Ah, crap. That one. It's a bit large for her. I had some
Go
other
ahead.
questions. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
What is anodic
You
dance
know,
music?
anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Secret task complete. Huh? Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after it, you wonder? A black-tinted nothingness or something finer?
Enough about the church then. I had another
Go
question.
ahead.
So, still a bit low on that one. So, yeah, that's it for now then. So, now I lost my hat. God damn it. Well, I didn't lose it, I gave it away. It's a difference. In a way. I do have some other, I have that one. Bit less rhetoric, I also have that one. Super logical for a cop to wear this and minus on suggestion, so yeah, I will have even less suggestion. And this one was +1 to reaction speed and -1 to rhetoric. I'll go with the bum hat. Again. I had it before. Yeah, we'll give this one a quick go. Things are not always as quick, and then we will call it a day. Well, I will call it a day, not in game perhaps.
Hey, Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember? You have the Headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
What? Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
I should, yes. This is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Probably not. Hi there. Let's see. Is this guy around still? No. No, he's not. Oops. Hey, come on. There we go. Came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. What game? No, you're just being weird. Ah, crap. Just trying to see if he's picking up anything else weird here. Perhaps not. Oh no, we are not at all running across all your water,
Yes,
whatever.
what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Henry, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Oh, we discussed with the dice maker. Yeah, well, we'll try this one then. It's a suggestions check. We can work on that. We can at least... Oh wait, can we work on that? Yeah, I do have the shirt on, and that one gives me minus on suggestion. So... Put on that one instead. What's my current jacket, by the way? Ah, that one, yeah. Yeah, we'll try that again then. We'll have perhaps 80% or what? 83, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll go with that. I mean, can still miss, that's for sure.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the boom boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Is this the filament you're looking for? Show her the production schedule. By your old workspace, do you mean the studio in Fortress Occident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the offsite
In the
copy?
giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy
I have
from
it
the ice
already.
bear.
I just chose a different
But
topic.
you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to the nearby ice cream maker.
Jarisa. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jarisa. god, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe.
Yeah, and the ice cream maker, I haven't been able to open that one.
And the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Yeah, because this filament that we have, that's the production schedule, yeah, precisely, so... I found the ice cream maker, but couldn't get it open, it's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
We can ask her about that,
No,
at least.
That's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
Yep. Alright, I go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks.
Proceed. Oversized primer. Ah, thank you. That's what we needed.
And here's my Carlson multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose
Carlson multi-tool,
It
yes,
opens everything.
yes.
If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Carlson.
Thank you. That's more like it. I said something about fast travel in this, but I'm not sure if I understood that correctly earlier. Ice cream maker. Yeah. Perhaps they said that no, there is no fast travel. What I mean is that I saw something flickering past at some point, and I didn't really catch what it was. That was 3 weeks ago or something, so I certainly don't remember it now. But yeah, now I got a better pry bar. Ish. Colson multi-tool. Advanced pry bar. Pry bar +2 if you want. In Vasa, well, that's an actual place. I'm not sure if they thought it was a fictive place, because it's not. Oh, here you are, yep. And here is my house. Yeah, there. So. Let's go. Oh well, that's what I thought at least. Oh yeah, okay, we are here at my own car wreck. Let's not talk about that anymore at the moment. It's not that far to run when you learn where you can and cannot run. Now I forgot where we were going. We were going down to the basement. Yes. Can we still not get any news on that?
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir.
Okay.
57.
In the cabin, you see a set.
I guess not. So yeah. Could we get in this way? Yes, we can. Oh yeah, that's true. I went in this way earlier. So let's equip that one then. Oh, now we're talking. It's much bigger now.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Yeah, still way too low on that one.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring.
We'll need all the physical things we can get here. Which might include drinking a little bit. Oh, did I need to do that? Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps I actually need to do that. And it might also include using this one. Yeah, I don't think I have that much else that helps. So I'm not sure.
A police badge on which you see the photo.
Sorry, now I sidetracked immediately. Yeah, what's this, by the way? Apricot chewing.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer.
Whatever. So, can I now do like that? Physique raised. Yes, we could. There we go. Damage my morale a little bit. Wow. What can we do?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it. Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalzund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
Bulk up and get stronger.
Both cables are unplugged from the brake.
Well, guess that's what we need to do then. And by the way, I do have a level up, don't I? Yes, I do. I can't actually. But yeah, physical instrument. We'll try that one. Step changes and close.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it
probably
slowly melting. Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalzund malt, and it's already unplugged. There's not.
God damn it. Do I have another level up, by the way? Yes, I do. Well, this is not the way I was supposed to go with this character, but hey, here we are.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner, and ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilde as soon as possible.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a
radio computer upstairs. That's true. But no, we don't do that. Maybe. Oh yeah, sorry. That's how we do it. I mean, No. It might ruin it. Who knows? Then I will be really pissed on myself, so to say. We'll just jog our way back and hand it over to whatever her name was. Something Finnish sounding ish. Well, I'll take this way. Oh, that's what I thought. Sorry. This way. Oh, got that. No, here it is. Sorry. Where were we heading now again then? Well, this way. Almost there. Over this little planks here and to the church, which is here. Oh, there we go. Yes, there is ladies football coming up at 6 o'clock, so I should wrap it up after this.
Yes, what is it?
About that offsite copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
Here it is.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
What are you even hoping to
I
find?
have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Lean closer.
Hold on.
Can I do anything?
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
You did? You found the coordinates?
I found the coordinates.
Great job.
Oh my god. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So where is it?
There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again?
Do I have a choice?
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double check my calculations.
Oh crap.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Right, I go figure it out. I'm good at intellectual puzzles.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it. Yes, but you like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Sure,
Thanks.
no problem. Yeah, whichever bowl is the third bowl. the hell happened here now? Yeah, okay. Still can't really interact with them.
It's
Or can I?
awfully silent again.
Yeah, I can.
As if someone turned off the entire world outside those. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. This task is an insult to your mental skills.
Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after.
Yeah, I'll try walking. It is true, I actually shaved last time. Important stuff.
Yes, what is it?
Move the bowl, this was mind-numbingly easy. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
You're right, we should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Well, I assume that something that has no presence, existence, or qualities has to be terrifying.
Because it reminds us of death. And we humans tend to think that death is pretty scary.
Death is scary. You can't just start over again. Or can you?
It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
Damn it. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Probably not.
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
No, I guess nothing.
Great. Thanks.
I mean, we can try.
All you hear is your own breathing.
Precisely.
Heavy, but there's something else.
Work.
There has to be Something big, something unexpected, something new, yet to be discovered. When was the last time this world had anything new to say?
Well, did you hear anything?
No, nothing. Yes, silence.
Yeah.
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if maybe the speed freeze can help you with this. Go talk with Andre.
Precisely. Precisely, but not now. Not now. We will do that some other time, because now it's time for dinner and soccer, football. So, that's it for today then. We got some progress. At least we got that freezer open, but yeah, I also had to level up like crazy in strength, which was not really what I was thinking I should do with this character, but nevertheless, we made progress. So, I'll be back Tuesday with Stray, new game, cat game. Nothing can go wrong. It looks promising, and it's also pretty short game-ish. So, I mean, 8 hours-ish. So we'll do that on stream. Perhaps Tuesday, Thursday, the following weeks. So yeah, and otherwise we'll play a little bit of this and maybe cooking simulator if I get that one to work. Just because it seemed fun. We might take that one after Stray as well. So yeah, we have made progress here at least, although it doesn't necessarily look like it. But we lost a hat, but we gained some knowledge and some strength, which might be a good thing to kind of intimidate that yeah, the Hardy Boys. That's his name. But that's it for today then. So sign off, night to night, or well, good evening at least.